Good morning, adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Just doing my wake up routine. Every morning I do the same series of events. It just is like everywhere else. You wake up, you make your bed, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, you do those things. So every morning, this is where you will find me in the morning getting myself together for the day. There's just way too many things to do and just one of me. So I have to divide and conquer and make the most lasting impact where I can. And so doing stuff like this helps me out quite a bit with just keeping up with a routine when I'm on the road. Yesterday, I took a little bit of time just to soak in the beauty of this campsite, and oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous here. I love this place. And even though the sun is a little bit hotter in this time of year that I'm visiting currently than it usually is, I just kind of soaked it in and just had the doors open, let a breeze in, and enjoyed myself. And that was really nice for just relaxing. But before that, I downloaded all of my stuff for the day so that I am on top of things. Because after all, again, order has to happen on the road. But now it's time for me to get myself together. So while I'm getting myself together, check out my campsite. It's pretty awesome. Okay, this morning I have my battery that charges from the roof charging. I have this one which got down to 3%. I'm not sure how. It's charging, so I'm going to charge that one as I drive. This one's at 100%, so this one's good. The breeze feels wonderful this morning. So today I need to go dump trash. I think I'm going to go on a little walk again so I can have my solar fully out in the sun so it can charge. And we'll see what we can get into. This is going to be a fun day. Let's go. So I'm back on my morning commute. My morning commute to Hayden Meadows. I'm gonna go back out there and check out the other trail. If you didn't see the Hayden Meadows trail that goes around the lake, go check out my last day in the life video that I just kind of shared what all I did. It was a really chill day, but at the same time, a lot of good, amazing beauty came out of that. And I'm just trying to highlight on this trip a lot of things that you guys can do that are free things that are accessible to us all, that don't necessarily have to break the bank. I'm camping in a free place just by Turquoise Lake in the BLM area. There's lots of acreage there, but then also there's this beautiful hiking trail system all around the Leadville area that has some easier hikes. I've hiked at the hatchery before and took the scenic nature loop there. Oh my goodness, so many alpine lakes. It's beautiful there. And then I also went to Emerald Lake, and of course there's lots of hiking around Turquoise Lake itself, but Hayden Meadows is just a little bit south of the Leadville area, and it's just right off the road, and it has some beautiful hiking out there. So these are all easy trails, so I'm excited about sharing them with you guys. Okay, I just made it back out to Hayden Meadows, and now we're gonna go take a little bit of a walk. It's a little windy today, so this may just be a scenic walk, but I am excited to share this with you. So we'll see how it works out. This is why we come back out to all of the different stops. This is about the Blue Sky People and a band of Colorado Utes. And it says here that a band of the Indians who called themselves the Blue Sky People began trading with the Spanish missions and the Pueblo tribes in the northern portion of New Mexico. They say that they traded knives and pelts and corn and various things. And all of this took place just south of us in New Mexico, but also traveled up here to Colorado. That is awesome. I was not expecting this. I was expecting just a nature trail, and that was it. But there's a nature trail with all sorts of cool stuff. We love this. It goes on to say that archaeologists have excavated bison kill sites that were from hunters camped here over 10,000 years ago. That is so epic. And also that they have these Lilith scatters, which are scraps of stone left over from making tools in the Hayden Meadows area. It goes on to say that the horses are what made it available for them to come up this way, because they were able to use those to press forward from where they were typically found in New Mexico. And so they came all the way up to Colorado and settled in this region. What else is there to find? Let's go and find out. Oh, this has been a beautiful walk so far, and there's another sign right up here, so this is gorgeous. Loving Colorado. There it is. This is awesome. The plants get smaller as the mountain gets taller, and it talks about the various levels of forest and what can survive there. Seen it, seen it, seen it. I don't know that I've seen one of these. Seen it, definitely seen it. Seen it, seen it, seen it. Yes, yes, and I haven't seen one of these in the wild yet. This does focus on the areas that have the water, which is where we're near today. You can actually fish out here also, but you have to have a fishing license, and also they have signs as to how big the fish has to be before you pull it out. So if you're interested in that, check into fishing licenses in the state of Colorado, I guess. This sign, it's all the birds and bugs that adapt to high altitude climates, and this is so cool. I saw one of these at my campsite here in Leadville, and I'd never seen one of them up at this level before. So this was really cool. I've seen some out at St. Elmo, but they feed them. This one was just in the wild, just hanging out. That's why we read the signs on these little hikes. This is amazing. They have little bird houses kind of sprinkled throughout this area also. And so you can kind of hear various birds kind of chirping around. Very neat. Another beautiful bridge over the water. This is some of the slower moving water here, but still, oh, it's amazing. I hear some flowing water in this direction though. I can also hear the roadway a little bit more from this trail right now. I didn't wear my hiking boots. That was a mistake. I'm gonna be going through something kind of sloshy. Oh, let's see if I can not sink. Oh, and I'm glad that I did. Wow, look at this. Just at the top, there's a viewing platform with even more views. Look at this. Oh, it's incredible. Let's talk about this sign right here. It mentions that they were pretty fished out around the 1800s, and so they created something called the Fry Pan Arkansas Project, and they began to divert waters from the western slope into the Arkansas River in 1975. And the peaks have increased now as much as 25%, which makes it easier for the fish. But also they created the hatchery here in Leadville, and I think that this is very interesting to see because it gives you some context as to how the river system can be healthy and what they've done to help it. A lot of times we forget that human factors impact a lot of the nature around us, and so seeing projects like this that allow it to thrive and actually return to its habitat of producing a great environment for all of these fish is awesome, because then it gives us a recreational thing, but also it gives the rivers a chance to actually do what they're supposed to do, which is far beyond us. And so just sitting out here, I'm going to take it in for a little while. This is beautiful. Okay, I've been hanging out here for about 10 minutes. Gotta move on. There's gotta be more views. This is so spectacular. A great way for me to wake up and get going this morning for sure. I just love this area because there's so many of these kinds of places, and you can literally find a new adventure every day and never repeat. Even though sometimes I do like to go back and repeat just because it's so beautiful. There's so many other places also I can go. Okay, down the path I go, back toward what looks like a little bit more washed out area and a bridge with a sign up here. Oh man, wait. There's so many of these little cutouts like this where people can come out here and fish. Oh, it's just so pretty. Make myself focus, gotta make myself focus. We're gonna get through this. Oh, and it's kind of soggy through here. This one is all about the wetlands and how they're a vital habitat. And although they represent only 2% of the land here in Colorado, wetlands are utilized by nearly 90% of all the wildlife species. So many birds in this little bush right here, and they're like, oh no, you're here. So I'm gonna keep it moving. They're so beautiful sounding though. And also I see something kind of strange that I don't know what it is. If you all know what this is, leave it in the comments below. Hey, at this point it joins the lake trail, and so I can either go this way or I can go this way. I think I'm gonna go over here today. You never know until you go. And so I'm really enjoying getting out here and just checking out all of these different paths, because each path has something a little bit different to offer, even if they do connect in the end. Also, oh no, ahead I see fire. That's not good. That is never good. So I'm gonna get back to the van, pull up a fire map, and see if I need to move away from this area, because that's a lot of smoke and it wasn't here before. The fire that was happening was 96% contained, but with this wind, it could bring it back. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna show you guys a few last views on my way out. I have good service from here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. I didn't get to come out here yesterday because someone's fishing. So that was wonderful, but I was able to check the fire map after, and this is what it says. It has not changed. So yesterday I did not see any smoke. Today I do. I'm gonna keep my eye on this. This is a little south of the Leadville area over by Twin Lakes, but that's not a huge distance. So if it is a wildfire, things can go very quickly. And so I'm just gonna be very mindful of that. In the meantime, I'm going to go into Leadville. I need to dump my trash, and I'm going to see if anybody knows anything about this, because the smoke is coming up over the mountain over there. And it wasn't yesterday. And it's real windy. So I just want to make sure I'm safe staying in this region. If not, I will go on to another area to get out of the way. But I always like to favor on caution because I travel solo, and also because in some areas I don't have service. And so I would rather be aware of what's going on than to like happen upon it and then be like, oh no, what do I do? That's also why I try to at least screenshot or download an offline map for the area so I can get out of places. Just makes my life a little bit easier. But this was a fun day today at Hayden Meadows. I definitely enjoyed it, even with the little surprise there at the end. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, I went ahead and topped off my gas tank because why not? I was dumping trash, so it's the least I can do. $3.39 for gas, ended up being $14.69 altogether. Not too bad. So now I'm in a good place for tomorrow's adventure. And tomorrow's adventure is going to be super fun, but I have to check the weather and things like that because I'm going to be going to even higher altitude. And with that, I feel like I'm pretty much acclimated now. I'm no longer having the low headache that sometimes happens whenever you go up an elevation so quickly. I'm also not having any kind of like weirdness, no nosebleeds, nothing crazy. So I think I can do this. So tomorrow I'm going to be hitting up a mountain pass, and I'm going to do a little scenic driving. But I'm going to see something I haven't seen before. I'm going to try the Cottonwood, I think. I'm not sure. Actually, I may do the Monarch. I'm either going to do the Cottonwood or the Monarch Pass. I'm not sure which one seems better, but either way, it's going to be super fun. The world is my oyster, so I think what I'm going to do is go to the library and actually post up. I need to do some emails and things like that. I don't know what my service is going to be like over the next few days, so I'm going to go do some work. I'm going to clock in half of an office day. So from now until like 4 o'clock, 4:30, I'm going to do some officing. That'll allow me to get all the emails done. I'll be able to download my offline maps that I need for my mountain passes that I'm going to go on to. And the Leadville Library is great for that because they have free Wi-Fi and I can reach it from outside in my van. So I'll probably just pop up my lab table, work a little bit, and plan out my next few days of travel. I don't usually plan too far in advance, but I make sure that I have the area kind of blanketed with those offline maps just in case. And I want to check the weather because it looks like it's snowing on top of the mountains again. And one of these passes goes over those mountains. So that's the last thing I need is to get up there and be like, oh no. So I've enjoyed today. It's been beautiful, but work calls. So I'm going to get to work and I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. And I'm going to get on and have a good time starting again tomorrow. But for now, on to our grind. That's what makes the travels possible. Bye, guys.